Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and we're getting ready this afternoon to return back home. Long flight from Nevada, where we've been staying near Lake Tahoe. And I don't know if you've heard, but there are wildfires, of course, all over the West Coast, as there are every year. But two big ones. One is to the north of Lake Tahoe, one is to the south. So we wake up in the morning and we see smoke, we smell smoke. We're in no danger, but it's a little eerie. But I wanted to just take a couple of minutes to challenge you in the way that I was challenged, as I've been reading a book called Renaissance by Os Guinness. And the subtitle of the book is The Power of the Gospel, However Dark the Times. And my brother-in-law gave it to me. I'm so thankful he did, because we live in dark times. And this book addresses, even though it was written 8 years ago, it addresses the very times we're living in now. And Os Guinness is very optimistic, very positive about the power of the gospel. But he deals directly with Christians and the church about the need to have an impact upon the world in which we live, the community, the families that we live in, that we're a part of. And I read this line. I want to read it to you verbatim. He says, "Faithful presence is not enough. It is merely the beginning. Jesus was not merely present in the world, but far, far more. He was intensely active." And he goes on to describe some of the ways that Jesus acted and it kind of penetrated the culture of his day and changed the lives of people and obviously changed the world. Now, he was the Son of God, but God has called us to be faithful in the same way. And Guinness says that it's not enough just to be faithful. You know, we sing "Great is Thy Faithfulness," and we talk about how we need to be faithful, and we should talk about that. It's important. But he says it's not enough just to be faithful, but to be intensely active in the world in which we live, as Jesus was. I would say intentionally active, to see opportunities around us to change the world in small ways, in little ways, by being a part of it, and yet not being of the world, but being in the world. He talks about that balance, how that we should love the world and the people in the world, but not the world itself in worldly ways. So it was eye-opening to me. It was a real challenge to me to not just be faithful. In my case, faithful in study, faithful in preaching, faithful in duties that belong to me, but to be faithful beyond that in seizing opportunities and engaging people in different ways. So I don't know how that applies to you, but it was a real challenge to me. And as I come back and we're back together again, let's consider how we can be beyond faithful. We want to be faithful, but to be beyond faithful, being having an impact on our community. How can we do that? And how can we do more than just go through the motions of being a church and being God's people? So I'll leave that thought with you. Maybe you have some ideas. You can post them on the Flock Note. By the way, thank you for the ideas that you posted about vacation. Those were really, really good insightful comments that you made. And I've taken all of those and worked them into the message that I'll be preaching a week from this Sunday, or this coming Sunday, actually. So thank you for those. I look forward to being back. Suzanne and I both do. And God bless your Tuesday.